Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is probably one of the most important concepts as you improve on Apex Legends that everyone needs to understand, whether you're new or you're a pro. It's what takes the average player to a near professional one. It's the same concept speedrunners use. It's why I'm using the infamous song from Summoning Salt to set the mood. I'll do my best to keep this video concise because, well, seconds matter, but it also is probably going to be quite long. Any coaching tips, advice I will ever give is always going to come down to this important topic. Your time is valuable as you watch this video, and I hope you find it informative. Let's break down real quick the topics that we're going to cover, and I'm going to timestamp everything. The concept of why seconds matter, the reset timetable, your engagement time it takes to push, caffeine, energy, and motivation. This is also going to be our small sponsor segment, your Legends role maintaining time, and also how to master this. Apex Legends is consistently providing you time on the next zone closure, time it takes to heal, time it takes to res, the amount of time it takes to knock an opponent, time allocated for looting at the start, or time invested obtaining information in your next encounter or possible rotation. Let's talk about the timetable of some of these, just to the bare basics. A syringe restores 25 HP at 5 seconds. A medkit restores 100 health at 8 seconds. Shield cell restores 25 shield at 3 seconds. A shield battery restores 100 shields at 5 seconds, and a Phoenix kit restores full healing at 10 seconds. Now, this is all information we all know. Whether you've looked at it or not, we know it from the feeling in game, but it highlights why shield batteries, out of all the healing, are so important. What can take 5 seconds versus potentially 12 seconds if you're fully cracked on a purple, but can take even 15 seconds trying to fully sell a red armor. Let's say you have no batteries. Example of things that can happen while you are cracked, let's say with red armor to full, the zone can near closure. How much land you can traverse. Your whole squad can quite literally be eliminated during that timetable. The amount of potential loot that you can miss. Now, even if someone is knocked, how long are they out of the fight? Well, a res takes 6 seconds, but remember, a battery takes 5. If they engage right away to cover you or go right into the engagement, well, that can take 11 seconds. Let's say a lifeline drone was nearby to help speed up that time. That is also helpful. If there's an armor swap, they could shave down literally to 6 seconds while the drone was there and they got the armor swap to go right back in. And if they have a Gibraltar, well, this time is 4.5 seconds. If you were to obtain a knock, let's break down how slow comms can be to really hinder your team. Here's an example of some comms. Oh my god, I knocked one. That was crazy. I destroyed them. Where are the other two? Should we push? Dude, that shot was insane. Are we going to go? Do you have a jump pad? They're bubble resing. Wait, should we go? Yeah, pad. Quick. Bro, hold on. He got cracked. He's popping a battery, and then we'll push. The res already happened. They most likely got a swap. You still have the advantage, but your one big advantage is now gone. 2 pushed in while 1 is possibly behind in healing. Essentially, you're pushing into a 3v1. Why understanding this is so important of why you're losing fights. Even if no comms are there, why seeing cracks in the feed is so huge, because it gives confidence to the team on direction to push or not. This is why even if you squad up with other teammates, sometimes no comms and queuing with randoms can be more effective because you're not getting muddied down in communication. Then you also realize all this time is wasted with a potential third party. Realistically, you want to have comms this fast. We've talked about comms before on the channel. Knocked, I have pad, on my ping, push. Sounds harsh, but this is why you're losing. This is why you're getting third-partied. You need to be efficient, but also realize if the push is worth it to begin with. Use your Legends utility to get in or out of a fight. If there is a third party, use a port. Use your character's mobility to get out. If you are a defensive Legend, hunker down and get ready to fight. You also need to realize how long you were there wasting time taking shots. If you were there for, let's say, 50 seconds, you're just begging for another team to come in and fight. And plus, you're wasting resources while in that encounter. You need fights to be quick. You need to make a push. You need to make mistakes. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go hop in the test range. I'm going to go from one corner of the map to another. I want to showcase how long or how fast you can traverse this land. It's just a matter of how you spend the information. Let's hop in game. I'm going to talk through it. I'm going to have a timer on the upper left hand side to showcase how long it takes or how short it can be to traverse land. I'm going to use the hill to slide down a lot faster, and we're going to discuss legend abilities. Let's get started. So as you run across, we're going to slide down. Remember that legend abilities such as stimming, utilizing a Wraith Q to rotate to get to a different positioning, even using a Valkyrie to jetpack to take height, and using Horizon's tactical to move can be huge in shaving down time. Even slide jumping as you move forward can also be very, very effective. Remember this time that it takes, and I'm going to stop the watch here. Approximately, from my stopwatch and the one that I have overlaid, was anywhere between 23 to 25 seconds, approximately, give or take. The most important thing to highlight here is going from this distance to another and realizing how long a res or heal takes. Using a battery, resing, going from a full res, using a Phoenix kit, even if you got a full knock, how long it takes or how fast you can get in. Remember, a jump pad can save you on this amount of time that you traverse, or using other movement legends, but we're going to talk about that in just a moment. Let's segue back. Now that took some time. Even if you got a knock, remember sometimes pressure is just to gain ground. Perhaps you gain the high ground, take better positioning, or you're able to put further pressure on the team to fight you. If you happen to be within a sustainable distance to go for a cleanup, this is why your legend choice is monumental for making successful cleanups. This is why I mentioned playing Wattson aggressively. You know your weakness is covering ground, and your strength is hunkering down. You need to ensure the travel time is to a minimum, if at all possible. Listen, this all sounds super sweaty. That's because it is. Racing against the clock is what we have done as a species since the dawn of time. See, no pun intended, and technically is the foundation of everything we do. It's why motivation is important. If you lack it, you need to eat better, get proper sleep, improve your diet, and exercise. It's why I'm proud of this video being sponsored by Glitch Energy. It makes sense. You take the right supplements, you get the right motivation, you get caffeine. You can see what I've gone through already is a whole tub. I really like the pink lemonade and green apple. Take it, go for a run. Get motivated. Maybe you don't drink it just a game. Go for a run. Get healthy. Don't like caffeine? Fine. Drink Revive. Use code DAS for a discount at checkout. Also, big shout out to Glitch for being a supporter on the channel. This is no joke. If you feel sluggish, you have to solve it. If you don't feel motivated, you need to solve it, because those seconds matter in games, sports, and in life. I can't stress this enough. But also, for last motivation, believe in yourself. You can do this. Everyone can do this. Everyone who's watching this video, I wouldn't be making this video if I didn't believe that you couldn't do this. I know you can. And anybody I've ever coached on the channel or done anything, I've seen them improve immensely just by understanding even this basis of a concept. Now, discussing how everyone can, every legend also does bring something to the table to help cut down time. Let's discuss and highlight some of them at a high level. If I covered every single one of these concepts, I promise you we'd be here all day. Let's start with the most obvious. Loba is a great example of cutting down time looting at the very start. There's no reason to go hunting for loot for another 45 seconds if Loba can help speed up that process. Gibby helps create space, resets the team faster to heal because of the faster reses, or just obtaining positioning where it doesn't exist. It forces your opponent to push you, which if they need to traverse you, they can put themselves at a disadvantage and gives your team an advantage. Wraith can put down portals to shave down time. Ashe can do the same thing. It just has different rules in terms of being able to take the portal one way. The same for a jump pad, honestly. The same for a jump pad with Octane. For movement legends, this is an easier concept to understand. You're traversing land faster, so you're cutting down travel time. Just like Horizon or Valkyrie, they cut down on the vertical time. This may not seem like much, but 3 seconds of climbing a wall can be the difference between one extra cell or potentially a full battery. I mean, heck, even Lifeline with a res, while not as strong as Gibraltar, is still strong because it keeps Lifeline in the fight to either heal or deal damage. That is 6 seconds that she is not applying to a res, but getting a full-on battery. It's pretty wild when you really think about these concepts. Now let's talk about the more difficult question, defensive legends. They have a really hard place on Apex Legends when it's all about momentum and pushing. Well, it's all in the reset. Let's do Wattson, just because that's one of my mains as a defensive legend. She provides the ultimate ability to stop grenades to help stop the aggressive damage, and heals you up to save on time on cells. The damage taken from Bangalore ult or Gibby ult can set your whole team back if everyone takes damage, but if you save on that, that's time saved. Fences can also save you seconds in a fight if someone is pushing a building. If placed strategically, it can be the difference of a cell or battery. The problem I find with most teams is that they assume that their defensive legend is going to dish out all the damage or the team is going to stop pushing. They are not going to stop pushing. If you are a defensive legend, you have to assume when you're in a building that you are going to fight. The hard part of the defensive role is assuming you have taken damage or you're trying to avoid it. This is why I urge all defensive legends to ensure your travel time on a crack or knock is as small as possible, or you have a legend to get you in or out of the fight. I feel like we could dedicate a video again to every single legend. It would spiral this video out of control, but this is the foundation and the concept to apply on everything you do. Now, the recap, but the honesty, how do you master this? It's understanding this. This video right here. If you understand the timing it takes, it'll help you provide you better game sense. You will know if you can push off a crack, a knock, or make a push based on your utility that you have at your disposal. But also know where the opponent could be. I get asked a ton all the time on stream, how do you improve game sense? Learning this foundation is the start. It sounds simple, but trust me, others are not doing it. If they were, well, we wouldn't see other teams losing or making so many mistakes or getting upset. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know if we should dedicate this into a series for every single legend. The Why Seconds Matters series. Leave your comment, your thoughts, perhaps a like, subscribe if it's your first time on the channel, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.